Hey everyone, this is Garrett from GS Lighting Solutions and welcome to a how-to tutorial on assembling a DMX decoder box for LED tape. This is a simple DMX decoder box that is used to control LED tape. The tape and all the components are fairly inexpensive, and I will leave links in the description below for all the products that I used in this project. I also want to apologize for the poor audio quality as I'm having microphone issues. Enjoy! Alright, I'll just go ahead and give you a brief description of what I have here on the table. So right here is the DMX 512 decoder. As you notice, it has the standard DMX in and standard DMX out right here, along with dip switches here, so that you can program them to work with your board depending on what channel you need. You can also have it on standalone and other variations. You can refer to the user manual to get further instructions on how this works. And on the back side, you also have ability to do DMX in and DMX amp. DMX in is basically the same as this DMX in, but without the cables. So you can just put the corresponding cables and DMX in. And then right here is where you connect your cables that go to the DMX tape. And next, this is the power supply that is used in conjunction with the box. It has the ability to power two different control devices at the same time. It provides 150 watts at 12 volts. It converts it from 110 volt AC, as you can see here, to a 12 volt DC to here. Anyways, I'll go ahead and put that back. Okay. So now, the first step is I'm going to take my decoder box and I'm going to set it right here on the platform that I built. I just basically used regular plywood and then used some nails and wood glue to hold these in place. Now that I have these lined up, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make some marks so that I know where I want to put some pilot holes. I'll take that out and have two little marks right here. There's where I know I can drill. So I'm going to take my little drill bit right in the middle here. I'm not going to even drill that far. It's about I drilled maybe about an inch, no more. It's very sensitive. I don't need to drill much more to get that hole going. So now that I got my holes, I'm going to take two screws. And you can use this as a normal screwdriver. You don't have to use a screw gun for this. That's what the pilot holes are for. It just helps it.
Helps with ease when screwing these in.
There you go. It is connected to the box.
So now, I'm going to do the exact same thing with the power unit. Line it up there. Put some marks on the way to drill.
And the same thing, I only went in about an inch.
Two more screws. Second screw.
Alright, so now that we have both units connected to the board, I'm going to go ahead and take off one of these.
Since I'm only using one control unit, I don't need to have an extra cable on here. I can pull that off now.
In the future, if you have another control box or anything else, it's really easy just to put that back on and keep going. So as you notice on the output of the power supply, it shows you which colored wire. You see a blue and a brown. The brown is the positive, and the blue is the negative. So if you basically just follow the instructions that are given either on the unit or with the included instructions, that will help you in doing a project similar to this. So I'll just start with the brown. So before you go ahead and start this, it's probably best to just go ahead and loosen up all of these. Alright, so I've loosened up most of the screws, all the screws that I will be using for this project. Alright, then what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to check the power. So as you can see, right up here, there is a green run light. That means the power is working. Now, one cautionary note is if you're working with electronics, you don't want to be messing with any kind of wires while you have power plugged in. So always make sure that the power is unplugged from any kind of power source while you're working on any kind of electronics. So now that this is done, I'm just going to go ahead and set this up to the side just a bit so I have some room. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these. This is a connector that you can connect two different strands of the LED tape into one. So if you have multiple different lengths, but you need a little bit of a space, you can add one of these, and it gives it just a little bit of space and ability to manipulate to the shape you need. So what I did is I just disconnected these so that I can split these out. I can connect two other wires to my extension to this. Next, I'm going to take a length of cable. As you can tell, the cables have the exact same colors: red, green, blue, and black. They correspond with the channels on the decoder box. I'm just going to take a length of this cable. We'll take a length of this cable. It took about 5 feet or so that I have room to be able to set the box aside. So before I get that done, I'm going to go ahead and put this in. This is just kind of like a cable organizer. So it keeps the cable from getting jostled around a bit. It just kind of keeps it there. Alright, so now I'm going to add just this little clip that will keep the cable in place so that it's not flopping around, or if something catches it, it's not going to help reduce it being pulled out from the control unit. So now I'll just take the screw gun, now that I have it kind of set in there. It's easy to finish. Okay. Now that kind of keeps it from coming up. It allows it to have a little more cable control. So what I ended up doing was I spliced this cable end right here. It has 4 connectors that ends up connecting to the end. It ends up connecting right into here. I decided for safety and for my own liability that I'm not going to show you how I connected these cables together. If you want to find out how to connect the cables, splice the cables together, there are plenty of other videos online on YouTube and elsewhere, and other articles on how to do it. Basically what I did is I took this extra long cable here, connected it to this connector so that I have a means to connect this box to this tape. So basically right now I have all my 4 cables, the 4 different channels, all the cables are all stripped so that I have the wires visible. So you'll need to make sure you have the user manual for this box. It's very important because the connector pins right here might be different depending on the box and what is being done. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open up the user manual for this, and then down here it shows where the connectors are connected in. And there you go. Now that you have all those cables in, let's go ahead and close that down. Alright, so the next step is to connect this connector to your tape. If you saw my last video on this LED tape, I'll show you where there's a special point right here that allows you to cut the tape. I found it was easier than trying to undo this tape and figure out how to undo all the connectors, just to snip off about 2 inches of the tape. So then you just go along the lines and cut right down the middle. And there you go. Alright, so now that we got the tape all set to go, what we're going to do is we're just going to put this right here, and I just want to make sure that each line also has represented, say, the 12 volt, the green, the red, and the blue channels. And you want to make sure that it lines up with your cabling. Just push it down into that. Then I take my Leatherman. I just squeeze that till it clips in. And there you go. You have a connection to your LED tape. Now that I have all my wiring done, I'm just going to go ahead and test the unit and make sure everything is working properly. So, take my lovely pile of LED tape. Just going to set that there for right now. So I'm running it off of my Camsys Magic Q PC. So I'm just using a basic console. Alright, so go ahead and watch the tape and just double checking all the channels to make sure they work. There's my red, channel 1, my green, channel 2, and my blue, channel 3. There you go. Now that I'm all done, I'm going to go ahead and roll this tape back up, pack up this unit, now that it's all ready to go. And in a few days, I'm going to go ahead and take this and install this onto the background that we're building currently at the moment. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Also, if you have a specific topic that you would like me to cover in a future video, please leave it in the comments below. See you in the next video.